I'm Shaishravi and I'm a naturopath and I'm a health and wellness coach. Today let's discuss something about diabetes. So what is diabetes? Diabetes is a system where we have a compromised pancreas or our insulin couldn't control our blood sugar, right? When we have high blood sugar that is around our system and when our insulin couldn't control it, then this state is called as diabetes. Okay, so we have type 1 diabetes and type 2 diabetes. Of course, type 2 diabetes is very easily reversible and that is what we are talking today about. So we have a beautiful system called as pancreas, and it releases two kinds of hormones. One is insulin and one is glycogen. So what is insulin does is insulin decreases the blood sugar that is present in our body, and glycogen increases the blood sugar that is present in the body. This is how it balances the pancreas balances our blood sugar level so that we can have a healthy life. So what happens in case of diabetic people is the root cause. I just wanted to talk to you about the root cause. So where the blood sugar is there, like when we eat something, that the final product what we get in the blood is called glucose, and when it is higher than the range, then it is called as diabetes. This is what we were talking so far. So when the blood sugar increases, the glucose in the blood increases, the insulin is the insulin is the hormone which has to decrease it, right? It has to take back. How does it do that? It will take every of the glucose to the cell and deliver to the cell so that the cell creates energy for us. That is another way of physiology. But this is what it does. Insulin takes our blood sugar to the cells, to each cell, so that the energy is delivered. But when you don't have enough of insulin, when our blood sugar is so much and when we don't have enough of insulin to take all the blood sugar to the cell, then diabetes occurs. Or when the cell says, no, I'm not going to take any kind of glucose from you because I'm already filled with how much I wanted, then the blood sugar will stay in the blood itself, right? Because insulin doesn't have any place to keep the sugar so that the thing is cleared. Then it stays in the blood. Then this state is again called as diabetes. So there are many theories, and these two theories are the ultimate ones because this is where most of the people fall for. So when you understand this much of physiology, you will clearly understand what is the root cause. Of course, when we are having so much of carbohydrate put in, the last thing that comes into our blood is called glucose, right? When we are increasing the quantity of carbohydrate that we are eating, or when we are eating so much of refined food, refined grain, then what happens? The glucose will be immediately released to the blood, and then the control system will just affect itself how to manage it, right? So that is the place where we find diabetes in our body. So this is clearly said by so many doctors also. Diabetes is a lifestyle disorder. It is not because genetically you have, your parents have, or someone have, and you have. It's not because of genetic reason. It is because you follow the same lifestyle what your parents also follow. That's why you have got. Okay, so it is not genetical, it is not infectious, it is a lifestyle disorder. When something is lifestyle disorder, you have to cure that with the lifestyle correction itself, right? So how would you do that? When you are eating the right food, right? Because when recently I was studying a book, I was reading a book called as Wheat Belly, where Dr. William Davis said that wheat has got 72 glycemic index, which is not at all good. Sugar itself has got 54, right? But wheat has got 72. This is what is said. And when you eat something like that, what do you think that you will get? Isn't it? So knowing the right way to eat and eating right food like fiber, every meal, if you are eating right amount of fiber, or if you are exercising, see when you don't have, when you are not putting too much of blood glucose into your system, the insulin doesn't have that toughness to create where the allocation I have to keep, or the pancreas doesn't have so much of effort, is it? So, eating the right food, inclusive of fiber in every meal, or creating the demand for blood glucose that is already stored in our cells, like doing more of exercise and all. So if you create the demand for that, again the glucose is released so that there is space to the fresh glucose to come in. Is it? When you are not doing all these things, when you are following bad diet and you are following, like you don't have exercise on top of it, if you are really stressed up, stress releases so much of, when you are stressed up, you need so much of energy. So that again influences insulin to put back its duties, okay? Like it need not take, you understand, right? The cell need, it has to release the energy and it has to store it out, and it is so much of disturbance to the insulin. So when you are stressed up and when you are not sleeping well, diabetes gets worse and worse. So in order to make it better, you have to follow the right path. Okay, you should have right nutrition. The beta cells which lives alive, which makes a healthy insulin hormone in your pancreas, need certain vitamin B's. You have to have that every day. You need some vitamin D and calcium. Every other person who goes to doctor when you are when you are affected with diabetes, they give you calcium and vitamin D because our body loses its capacity to absorb calcium generally. So this is where we are given with more of calcium supplements. So you should know where we have to take it. Every other nutrients is really necessary to come out of the diabetes. So when you are planning diabetes, and when you are diabetic and when you are planning to reverse your diabetes, follow the right path so that you can just hold that throughout the life with the right kind of lifestyle. Thank you.